Hi, class. My name is Mike Seeley. I'll be your professor for CSC 1060. This is your course introduction video, so I want to run through um, all the essentials of everything you need to know so that you can be successful working on your own at home. And the compiler I would like to use outside of your course book. Okay. So first thing I want to point you out to, this is your course homepage right here, all right? So under your course homepage, you'll have announcements, and every week I post what's due for the week, okay? Work due for 120. Class starts, I believe, the 17th, okay? So, and then I've got a bit about the course. I've got your assignments for the course for that week, and then I've got my videos that I've created that you can watch on YouTube to help you with your learning. Um, I My main job is I teach at Eagle Crest High School, and I teach the AP Computer Science courses. Um, this last year, 100% of my A level AP Computer Science kids passed the course, so I've had a ton of success at the high school level. Um, and hopefully, my videos help out. And to be honest with you, I'm not saying that you shouldn't read. There's going to be, I'll go through the textbook here in a little bit. There's a ton of great examples, but I've always kind of been under the impression that programming is kind of like an active learning thing. And so the videos I post is most of it's just me demonstrating stuff. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to win Academy Awards for these videos. They're not the most interesting videos ever. It's just me demonstrating programs and solving problems and how things work. But you can be sitting there at home and working on a programming, following along. Okay, and I'll talk about my programs or my videos here in a minute. All right, but anyway, make sure every week. Now, I will also email you through your course internal email every week what's due. Okay, so and I do this on Sunday nights or Sunday afternoons. I usually spend most of the morning grading on Sundays because that's my day off. Um, so let's kind of go through some stuff and some things that may raise eyebrows, may confuse you. Right here, there's a picture of me. Text me. The best way to get a hold of me is just to text me. I'm very open. Like I'm a family man. I know, like up here you are expected to complete and turn in quizzes and homework programs on time. Okay, I get that. I said at the same time I'm flexible, so I'm totally flexible. The last however many years have been real interesting as a teacher and just having to really work around students and families with their needs. I mean, last semester I had a family. The entire family was sick. I was sick for a few weeks. I still have a cold or a cough from it. But I was not working it those days, and I did my best. But I totally get it. I know that there's a lot of military people that are in these courses that have issues that happen overseas that are outside their control. Everything is due, I believe. I think I have a due date. Let's see here, May. Um, I'd have to go. We'll have to go through the syllabus, but I want to say everything's due by May 4th at midnight. Um, but then I mean you can turn stuff into like the 6th or the 7th or something. But either way, what I'm trying to say is, let's just make sure we're getting our work done. This class, I won't lie, if you've never programmed before, it's a steep learning curve. Programming isn't easy. But I do think, I mean, I'm going to throw a lot of examples your way. Um, and you'll see a lot of demonstrations as if we were in class together. I mean, if we were in class together, I would demonstrate all this stuff right here to you in class, and then you would go home and then you would do your homework for the week. Instead, you can just watch these videos, and they should work for just as well as like a WebEx meeting or an in-class meeting. Okay, so let's look at the content. You'll be mainly on the course homepage and the content page. Um, Instructor information. So the best way to contact me, um, you know, the internal class email. That's this up here. So you can click on this and email me. The external email, you can do that. You can try my mss18 at hotmail.com private account. But probably the best way, seriously, is just shoot me a text. Say, Sealy, I don't understand this. Something's not working right. Take a screenshot and then text it to me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, okay? And usually it's within, within an hour or two, okay? Okay, next up. Books. Let's look at the book real quick. There's a video on this book you can watch. You're going to have to access the book and pay for it. And then there's this companion book. And you might want to download this and save this. I use a version of Tony Gaddis's books for my high school class. And Tony Gaddis does a great job writing, programming languages. And I use stuff with Python with him, with Java. They do a great job. There's a ton, we're going to follow the other book, the ZY books, but you can go in here, if you're having issues, maybe dealing with files, you can go in here and read. They've got a ton of different examples in here. And like I said, the Gaddis books are really well done. They've got tons of examples with what you have here, what should display, and so I use a lot of their examples in my AP courses at the high school level. We will be using this ZY books, okay, and let's see here. This might just be the video. I'm not gonna watch that right now. Let me get into the actual book. The first chapter they offer for free. Okay. Let's open this up. So the first chapter is free, and you can go through it. And there's a lot of good stuff with this book too. A lot of good examples. They have built-in compilers, so you could look at this code right here, and you could change it up if you wanted to. If I run this, it's going to talk about syntax errors with the player name. So let's do this. So for each week, we're going to have a different chapter. You're going to want to go through these. You want to go through the labs. The first week is just displaying basic information, but this gives you a chance to practice here. I'll go through a compiler, an online compiler that you can use as well for your homework assignments. But again, so this is week 1, right? And so, if you were to recall, if we go back to the course homepage real quick. So, okay, ZY books chapter 1. Okay, chapter 1, that's relating to this chapter 1 right here, okay? And then we do week 2, you'll click on week 2 and you can read through week 2, all right? So that should be real easy to follow, all right? For your weekly assignments, it's broken up by weeks right here. So you'll click on week 1, and you can run through these and go through all this stuff if you want. What I've really tried to do is, you won't even see this read watch stuff. You'll just see to do, because my screen is a little bit different than yours on everything. But I broke this down to as easy as it gets. Each week you have a quiz. Each week you have a homework assignment, and each week you have a reading. So you want to read your stuff, and watch my videos, then do the quiz, and then work on the homework assignment, or whatever is best for you. Okay, there'll be different example solutions, but I'll have all my stuff, like I said, all my videos up, so they should be easy to do. Now, when you do the homework, if you go into here first, the assignment, this is where you actually turn in the work. Okay, so if you go in here, you're going to go, I don't know what the assignment is, Sealy. So you want to make sure for each of these, you actually go into the homework instructions first, okay? Homework instructions will have, what you need to do. So if you read through this, there's a part about installing JGrasp. That's just a compiler. I wouldn't do that. That, to me, seems like a waste of time. I'm going to show you Online GDB real quick. And either way, your first programming assignment is write a program that displays the following information: your name, your address, city, state, zip, your telephone number, and your college major. Okay, and then you'll turn it into that homework assignment page. This one right here, the assignment page. And I'm going to change the dates up on this to, no, that looks good. Yeah, so you'll just turn it in there. Now, I got rid of all the discussions. I've been teaching online since 2017, and we've always had discussions. I'm kind of I'm pretty excited about this class. I've always kind of felt like the discussions they're good, but I just want to code. I just want you guys to code. I wanted this to be a hardcore coding class where that's pretty much all you're doing. You're not researching different tech topics and all that. You're just watching videos, learning to code, and coding so that you guys can get the most out of this and you feel like you learn a ton in here. And there's going to be a lot of work anyway without the discussion. So this should be great. Okay. All right, and you'll want to go through each of these now. I'm kind of building up my master schedule for this course. Let me see here, and kind of show you each week. See here, each week, week 2, I'll have your different lessons, and then I'll have the videos. Notice I'm posting more videos next week than I am this week. This week is going to have the introduction video, which, if you're on here, you're already watching it. I got to make the video first before I actually post it on here on my master copy. This is the first course of this type I've taught, because I used to be with the online system. Now I'm at Front Range, and I think I'm going to be added on to Arapahoe Community College as well. But, each week you can see, there's a good amount of videos in here that you're going to be able to watch, and lessons you'll be able to take away. Lots of different programs. So when you get into loops, I've got bar chart, snake guys, triangles, rock, paper, scissors, multiplication tables, prime list written questions, perfect, deficient, number written question. Now, you're not going to be graded for watching these, and you don't even have to watch them, to be honest with you. If you can get the homework done without watching these, that's probably fine, okay? I'm cool with that. So let's get on to Online GDB, and I'll show you how that works. So over the years, there's more people on Macs, and it's just kind of harder to figure out what system people are on. And so I used to really like NetBeans for Java, and then Oracle bought them out, and then that became a really pain to download. And so the online the online compilers aren't as robust as some of the the desktop application compilers, but they're getting pretty good. So all you have to do, and then if you have different programming classes, you can, C++, Python, whatever. So we're in Java. So I'll delete that. Now, there's something that, I want a kind of philosophical way of teaching this. My guess is that the book is going to teach you how to program like this, where it's basically procedural programming. Okay, so this is pre-written for you. So if you run this, this is it, the program compiling, and it spits out "Hello World." All right. In my videos, which let's go to one real quick. Let's go to one. If I open this up, okay, you'll notice all of my programming videos. I did all of these during the COVID lockdowns. Okay, so they're all in NetBeans. I want you to use the Online GDB. There is no difference between the code, it's just the platform that's different, okay? So let me I'm going to turn this down a little bit, all right? What I'm trying to do is, the Online GDB is easier to use than NetBeans anyway. Let me go to some of these, so come on, hurry up. Okay, so part of NetBeans is all this setup nonsense. You just saw me set up the Hello World program really easy. It took me like just a second or two. Just open up Online GDB. Let's see here. Might not let me run this thing. Okay. Either way, okay. So I teach object-oriented programming from day one, okay? Which some professors do not do. They will teach you, just the procedural stuff from day one, okay? Now, okay, in all my videos, what I do is I'm going to create a new file. Let's say I want to display car information, okay? So I'll call this my car class. I'll call it car.java, okay? Now, when you create a new file, you have to give it the name and then the file extension, which is .java. If you don't give it .java, it creates issues, okay? All right, so in here, okay, and I explained this more in the original video, right? So don't freak out. I'll use the car class, and I'll just say my car equals new car. Okay, and again, I explained this in the video, so don't freak out. Okay, just follow along with me on this stuff, all right? If I say my car dot, and then I want to display my car info, I can display my car info method, all right? So in here, I'm going to create my class. I'm going to say public class car, and then I'll say public void display car info. And then right here, I'll say system.out.println. And I have a, God, what do I have? I think it's a 2014 Subaru Outback. Okay. So if I run this, there's an error. Okay, I need a semicolon at the end there. Run. My car method display car info. Put an R there, so you got to be consistent with your spelling. Okay, again, the whole purpose of this video was not necessarily to teach a little bit of object-oriented programming, but I want to talk about the difference. Okay, so when this was just the Hello World stuff, when it printed here, it looks like it's so much easier. And some of you might turn in your homework like that. I'm fine with that. If you want to follow more of the book and learn the procedural route, all you need to know is that see here. See here. When you get to when you get to um, methods and objects, okay, you need to know that it's the code itself is a bit more difficult in this part of the chapter of the semester than it is up here. If you can kind of bear down and do what I'm doing uh in this video with Hello World, Name and Box, and Hexagon, if you can do it object oriented wise and understand what's going on in there, you will basically be learning most of chapter, well, not most, but much of chapter 6 and chapter 7 um, in chapter 1, where all we're doing is just displaying basic information. Okay? If you go procedural, you will have to flip to object oriented later in the semester, where you're dealing with loops and arrays and some of the harder concepts, okay? I don't care how you do it, but I always teach object oriented from day one, because when I learned procedural first and then switched to object oriented, it to me was it was a difficult process to kind of unlearn procedural and jump to object oriented, okay? That's kind of what I'm saying. And I've been real successful at this, teaching it from day one. So, in my opinion, sorry, this cough. I feel like a lot of my videos too, I've been sick when I was making them during COVID. I was sick and I had a lot of coughing in some of these videos too. So, but anyway, again, I just follow. I personally think my videos are going to teach you as much as the book. Use the book, run through it, but make sure you're watching my videos. They will help you, okay? And by the way, I have never made a penny on these things, so I should have spent my the COVID years filming my kids making like Ryan toy review videos, and I would be sitting on a beach right now with a cocktail with a nice little one of those umbrellas in it, even though I don't drink. But anyway, you get the point. No one watches programming videos, so like I am selling my programming videos, but I've never made a penny, and these have been up for years now, and there's no way I'm ever going to get these things monetized. There's just not enough demand for this kind of stuff. So anyway, let's see if there's anything else that's kind of, you can check your grades, click on grades. I would just play around here and see what you can get into. But this course should be pretty straight up. Now, the only other thing that I haven't mentioned is there may be weeks where you just have like a midterm exam, or like the final week you just have the final. And we might do a course like a semester project. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to find the semester project and how to grade it and all that kind of stuff. Like I can't physically add projects onto this thing, into this template. It's already been created. So if I can't figure out how to add a semester project, we just won't do it. You'll have plenty of projects to work on in here anyway. So again, shoot me a text if you need anything. I feel like I'm a pretty good guy. I work with high school kids during the day. I'm not. There's some professors that are really kind of strict about stuff. You're paying for this, so my thought is, I just want this to be a learning experience and apply to you. Trading, I totally understand that. Hopefully that's why my videos and some of the stuff I'm adding here should make it easier. Make sure you just stick with it, and I think you'll be fine. I think you'll learn a ton this semester. Like I said, get a hold of me if you need me. Um, and just try to get everything in on time. There is a drop date coming up here real soon, that if you do not have at least one homework or one graded assignment turned in, I have to drop you. It's nothing personal, but that's kind of how the community college system works. They don't want you to get to this end of the semester with no grades and then you not have to pay. Then you're not going to want to pay because you didn't do anything, but you're still going to have to pay. So I'm going to try drop. If you do not have a grade assignment, I'll have to drop you. So anyway, again, make sure you text me if you need anything. And I think this will be a really positive semester for you. All right, take care.